Well, I would say good morning, but by the time you watch this video, it could be any time of day. I thought about that yesterday. I was like, I say good morning on my videos, when I make them, sometimes, in the morning. Um, you know, growing, learning things and growing up, watching other people. I'm like, okay, there's things that people don't do. Like, I notice in other videos, not, I know I need to learn things to not talk with my hands and blah, 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 all that nonsense. Not that easy to do. But I did find a video. I found a video this morning that I wanted to comment on. I did comment on it, actually. But I just thought it was a good subject to talk about on here. I'm going to play it for you real quick. I'm like a bootleg content creator. Like, this dude doesn't know how to do nothing. He uses another phone to play in front of to show you the video. Very unprofessional. I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah. So I'll explain the video before I play it. Okay, at the top. So this chick, she says she talks a lot about honoring men and stuff. I have my own thoughts on this chick and her own judgments. She says the awesome, very awesome things. I don't know if it's real or she just. I wonder, like, come on, man, you just know all the right things to say for this content. But do you really live by this things? I think you're just appealing to men for content. And that's me being probably, I'm going to call that discernment. Yeah, I'd like to call it, yeah. Either way, the point is this. She says great things. Things I agree with pretty much everything. But this video is her, so she's commenting on somebody else's video, another woman who is debating about money in a relationship, how the man's money is hers, she should have access to it, and her money is also hers. And I made a comment, but I want to play the video and let you see her comment, and then I'll give you my little reaction to it.
Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money, and my money is my money. I mean, she started okay, then went off the rails and got all unhinged. Sorry, but no. My money's my man's money. I would rather give my man all my money than take his. That's what a loving woman would look like. Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank.
My reaction to that is, okay, as a man, and I saw another video on this. As a man, I want to be. My only desire to work is here. God had to show me and work on me. My only desire to work is to take care of responsibilities, be a blessing to children, my kids, my woman, if I had a woman. And so one of the videos that I'm going to refer to that one, but I commented on that video, and I said, and now there's boundaries that should be taken into account. I have no problem being used by a woman for money, for security, for finances. It's when the using becomes abuse. Like, I want to use the woman. Take care of the responsibilities. Here, take the money. You do all that headache stuff. You pay the bills. But with that, I don't care. You want to control it? Knock yourself out, please. And so my learning process is I'm ducking responsibility there. And I think there's probably a balance to it. I believe if I can get the woman to spend money responsibly, I'm good with money. I'm good with denying myself things of the world. I'm good with being happy, content with what God has provided. So, my comment on there was like, I have no problem.
Bank account or isn't being transparent. Any man that does.
I said in my comment, I'm pretty good with money, so I would say I had no problem giving my woman all the money. All I wanted is the respect to not spend it on stupid stuff. That was my exact words of my comment on that video. And that's true. That's, And as I was saying, I feel, so me learning about it and overthinking it, analyzing all these different details of it. When I say I have no problem, like, here, I give you all the money, but I expect respect to listen to me and spend the way I would spend it. I care first about the bills. I care about the roof over my children's head. I don't care about their happiness, and I don't care about extravagant birthday parties. And I don't. Now, I'm saying it raw and rough. I want to provide, but I am not. I don't care what the world thinks. I don't. So, I have limits, and I want to be respected on what I believe, what I think, and I trust in God giving me an ability. I built an empire in prison off of snack cakes and freaking popsicle sticks. That's a real story. That's an actual story. I made corner shelves. I'm good with money. I understand profit. Let's invest the profit of, I don't care if it's $6. And I literally started by, and I know this is small things. This is a prison business that I built. I didn't have money. So I made popsicle sticks. I made some shelves for the wall. I sold them to someone. I took that profit. I invested it into pills. I invested it into this, into that. But I didn't take the profit and decide. I didn't stop eating in the chow hall. I kept eating in the chow hall, and I kept investing every profit into the next thing that makes money. It's simple math. So for me, as a man working, paying bills, I'm doing this not so I can live well. I'm doing this for the woman, for the children. I know how to live with little. So for the woman and the children, what do I ask in return? Like, here, you can manage the money. But don't buy dumb stuff. I don't care about knickknacks, whatnots. I don't care about flowers. And here, don't get it twisted. I will go against. I want to bring joy. I want to be good enough. I want to make you happy, but But this is where you have to work this relationship out. Eye to eye on things like, hey, no, I don't want to go spend $100 and something going out to eat. I don't. I freaking cringe. But you know what? For my family, let's do that. It sucks. It hurts. But let's do it. Okay, I know you like that. So yeah, let's do it. Fine. That's okay. Let's work these things out. And all I ask in return, okay, you want to go out to eat? Can you respect me? The things I say in the relationship, my leading, my leading, my advice. I'm not nitpicking at problems. The things the problems that I see, or the things. I'm not trying to be overly sensitive. I'm trying to. I see errors in character in my kids, in whoever, in myself. I don't walk free of my own flaws. I'm winging this, so where this is going I'm winging it, but where this goes, we'll see.
You want to have a joint bank account, or is it being
I said that because I'm just trying to read it. I don't, but by me touching the screen, I unpaused it. So, on the money situation, yeah, that's what is my flaw in that? Like me, that's what I want to do. And I feel like I'm ducking responsibility. But I think this could be worked out either way. Like them talking about having, there's other comments on there of them talking about having split accounts, and like I don't like the headache. So this is where, like in a relationship, I think, hey, let's work this out together. This is my weakness. Like, I don't want to be overwhelmed with nonsense. It's not nonsense. Paying the bills is important. Paying the bills. But for me and my thinking, I would rather save money. I want security. That's important to me. So for me, no, I don't want to spend money on dumb stuff and just be broke all the time. No, I would rather have, I think of things like the washer breaking, I want to have money put up to buy that stuff. I don't want a car to break down and be like, oh, we just bought a freaking something goofy, and now we're scrambling to call somebody or activate a credit card or something weird because this car issue, this washer went out, and we have children, or that's my thinking. And I know that I have, so I can, where is my root in, my rooted issue, I have identified in myself like a poverty spirit, growing up poor, and so I want security. So I'm looking to, I'd rather think security-wise, and what's my problems in it? I believe I have a lack of faith. How can I analyze that also? We can call it a lack of faith. I can also call it discernment. This is how I have to analyze this. I also like to think that God gives me an ability. I'm trying to take something that might have been traumatizing as a younger person and taking the strength out of it. Taking it instead of being a victim. Like, okay, how can that sharpen me in the future? It gives me the availability to think better. gives me an ability to deny myself of certain things, certain luxuries. So, money means nothing to me. The security, that's what it is. So I lacked that earlier in life. Like the only pleasure I used money for was drugs. No, that's not true. Well, at a young age, like I did not spend money on responsibilities. I was very reckless, but I loved drugs from a young age. So all my money went towards drugs, irresponsible things. So I guess I don't. I could jump from subject to subject on this stuff. I would say the answer for this is it can work both ways. Okay, here's where I need to go. The first chick on there talking about that. How delusional is that? She's like, I think the man's money is like my money, and my money is my money. Like, wow, really? Well, that takes a simp, a sucker to live like that. By the way, when I say that, I've been that guy. I've been not like that. I wouldn't say I've never been a sucker like that, but I was I've made a lot of simpish decisions, because I did want to be good enough, and I've used money, I've used drugs, I've been emotionally manipulated easily, probably, very poor boundaries. So so I have used money to, like, hey, let me please you this way, that way. I buy drugs in that lifestyle, and the poor boundaries is very important, because when you're seeking pleasure, you're seeking, if you're getting a rush off of being good enough for someone, looking for validation, to fulfill a void in you, we'll say. I've used money for that. Like, here, I want to use generosity to show my love, to give you something. Like, hey, I'm very loving, giving. I don't care about this money. Here, and I did it to it. They're like, I used to, like, I always had to have my own drugs, and people around me, I would, like, give it to them, and it created it. I wanted to be. I wasn't doing that to manipulate them. It was a chaotic thing, because I was an open door for. I needed them around me to help me function, probably, but I was also a sucker. I was somewhat a sucker, because I didn't mind giving the drugs away. I needed them around me, but I opened the door for people to use me. And in that process, I have to deal with the chaos of being manipulated, and this is where I don't function well. People in my face, and then me picking up on them vibes. Like, you're a scumbag, but I need you. You know, that's a boundary. So that's one of the downsides of. So that's where the boundaries have to come in. But let's go back to in a relationship. It's pretty simple. Like, hey, I think it can work either way. Not with no somebody that thinks like, here, I don't have no money. This is our. I'm on full board. This is our money. This is our money. However, God gave me a freaking ability to lead this family, and He gave me an ability to lead, make good decisions. So let's just get on board with that. Let's make better decisions. But because that's what I was saying. I don't ever an issue I've had. Like, I hate buying flowers. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to buy flowers. But I'll do it. Like, if that's, I can have the conversation about, like, you really like that? My mind is so like, I'm like, I'd rather just give you the money. I don't even like a card. You can, I don't like spending money on a card. The things that are said in the card, I can say that to you verbally. I can express my love to you just out of my mouth. Like, hey, I love you enough to do the thing for you that I hate. Buying flowers, like, it makes no sense to my mind. But if that's what you like and you think it's great, here, I'll go buy you some flowers. I wouldn't want to buy anybody. I wouldn't, here, in a marriage, a man buying a woman, let's just say a $5,000 ring. I would analyze this like, okay, do you really want to wear a $5,000 ring? Or would you rather have that $5,000 as a freaking, I believe the woman I marry is absolutely worth that. I can tell you that. That's why but let's make a better financial decision. Let's put even a fake ring on here. Not even fake. It's real cubic zirconium. Whatever it might be, I would do that. Like, let's do that if you really care. I would actually get you the real ring if I got that kind of money. My love for you does mean that much if I'm going to marry someone. But I would be processing this and I would be trying to work on your heart and your mind. Is there a better decision we should make? Is there a better compromise? I would rather break you of the desire to wear that ring, to wear something that actually means nothing. I would rather instill in you the real morals and values of the wedding, of what this means, and me and you coming together. We are coming in agreement to walk out the rest of our lives together. Dang, this is going dark on me. I'm sharing something about what marriage means to me, I guess. And it's just coming out. I want to walk life out with you, which means I want to make better decisions with you. I want us to be connected and be able to work anything out, anything that comes our way. We say vows. Why is this going where it's going, man? Unbelievable. But we work things out. Everything. should be able to work out our parenting decisions. Everything should in here. There's something that should be leading all these decisions, and it should be biblical. It should be Christ-centered. My goal is to lead this woman to Christ. And if she already has that, awesome. But my goal as a man, I want to follow Christ. I want to follow the example he set. I want to do that for my family, not just and once we have that in order, our best ministry should be to our family. Once we have that in order, guess what? I should be teaching my children. I should be teaching my wife. Hey, guess what? Now, instead of we spending all our money on ourselves and blah, 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 if we want to be generous, we don't waste our money on dumb stuff. I want to teach my children to give, to love, to do the things biblical. This isn't all about us. We're living for something else. I believe in the God that I claim. I believe in the love that put him on a cross for us. I believe in his goodness, and I believe that his love and his goodness has entered me, and that I'm supposed to be an open vessel to let it live through me and to go to the people around me. What's my battle in that? My battle in that is to take that security that I long for, that, what is the word? That self-sufficiency that I have, because I just had this conversation with somebody else where I learned this self-sufficiency by someone. I've had some things through in my face before. And I lived in a way before. I used to be exploitive and use, probably, I would exploit and use women. I felt okay. I was, as a young man, I felt, I had entitlement. I felt entitled to live like that. But I lived in a way, and I had things through in my face before. I took that, and I made it a goal in life and a priority. I ain't never gonna let another woman be able to say anything like that to me again. So, as a man, guess what? I take that little stab to my pride. I take that and I'm like, I'll never let another woman have that ability to say that about me again. So that's how I try to live my life. I don't want nothing from a woman. I want to be the provider. That's what God made me to do. That's here. I was a lazy person. I had a poor work standard. I had to learn from God. That's not right. And guess what? There's power in working. That's not. So fighting that mental fog and laziness, bam, guess what? You get out and work, and I love it. I love it. I love being able to hand my check over or whatever it is to a family, and there's strings attached to it, believe that. And I didn't always have. When I say strings attached, I'm not talking about power. I don't need to be, hey, I don't need a thank you. I don't need none of that. What I need is respect, though. As a man, I need respect. And I do need, I guess, I need to be respected as a person, with some say-so and authority. As a father, as a man, as somebody with credible ability to, hey, help you make a better decision. Let's work something out together. And have I ever? And I'm not perfect. I'm. That's why I was saying, like, hey, I can understand. Like, I might be. Hey, let's go into it. Am I overbearing anywhere? Let's work that out. And I had to, I learned that. Like, I had to fight myself. Like, oh, not why. I wonder, like, if I asked somebody, like, in there, like, flowers, I'm like, oh, what? No, I don't like flowers. Or here, no, I don't like this. Let's do that. Okay, I can break. Let's do the extravagant. Well, let's do the extravagant birthday party. Let's go places I don't want to be. I can do that. I can. But can I be respected when I don't want to do those things? When I step up and say, no, enough is enough of that. Like, can the other person, can you help me with what I think is right? You know? If this thing causes a collision all the time, it's just not going to work. There should be compromise and ability to fix these things. And they're actually kind of minor. They should be minor. They shouldn't be a freaking headache. Listen, I could go on and on, bouncing all over the place. Welcome to my thought process on things. And, God, I thank God, man. I need him to work on me. Always. I always need God. I need God to walk to the store. I need God to do anything for me. Hopefully you got my point about where I was going. I know I bounce all over the place, man, but anybody that does stick this out and listen to these videos, I do this for, this is therapy for me, I guess. It helps me process, makes me feel like I didn't waste time. Oh boy, which I have to be leaving soon, but I don't. So I spend a lot of time thinking about these issues, and at least my time that I spent watching that video earlier, I didn't watch it for no reason. I can add some stuff to it, some clarification for somebody to work these problems out, man. But for men and women, like here, it's Christian background, it's for a Christian, but that chick sounded like a freaking, she just wants a sugar daddy, or something like that. That's sugar, yeah, exactly. That's what that would be like. Oh, you don't want a man. You want a simp. That's a big subject I need to get on, which I started to before. Oh man, that's so hard for me to. That sucked. That was a sucky realization for me when I started learning what a simp was, and I was like, dang, I've been that guy. And it's in my desire, it's in my nature to, and as I was talking earlier about boundaries and stuff, it's in my nature to be, do simp type things. But there's a dark side to it. It has limits for me. I can come in as a simp. And I think it's me violating myself. I'll come in as a simp. I've been that guy that like, I want to do all this great things. I want to adore and blah, 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 this person and be this great guy, and then, but I demand that respect, loyalty back when I don't get it. And I'm not that guy anymore. Unfortunately, I'm that guy that, God, if we could go on all day about this nonsense, it ain't nonsense, but I'm that guy that when things don't work out right, I've caused some chaos. When I don't get that respect, and yeah, it's been all bad. Like, I'll sabotage everything myself. The relationship, or whatever it might be, friendship, whatever. Like, when I put things together that don't add up, and I'm like, I've been a self-destructive person all my life. And that's, praise God, man, because out of all that, I'm alive today. I'm alive after 74,000. That's not accurate. We'll give it, say, around 17 overdoses or something like that. That's very close. And that's counting one heart attack and two. Well, that's not counting that heart attack that I had when I was younger. Totaled a couple cars. That's it. But I'm alive. And everything that has came against me, God has gave me the ability to take the good out of it and make it a lesson to bless and give somebody else some encouragement and strength, man. What doesn't kill you? Oh, don't. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or, I'll give you better terms. What the enemy meant for evil, God uses it for good. God can use it for good. And I believe that's a very, that's what I try to bring to light from my life. Like, amen. I'm done with this. Help somebody with a relationship problem or something. I don't know.